So here we are at the moment we've all been waiting for since 2021. The KS20 has jumped from the paper, from computer renderings, and from the exclusive hands of reviewers with close ties to the company, to now in the hands of everyday riders, except for me. We've been promised a lot of things, from the best adjustable suspension in the world on an EUC with a whopping 130 millimeter of travel, the best off-roading EUC ever built from Kingsong, and some can argue ever. Adjustable side pads, a modular EUC from Kingsong, best battery yet from Kingsong with smart BMS technology at 2,220 watt hours, boasting a 200 kilometer mile range. That's 124 miles. Oh, did I mention a 10 amp fast charger? Wow. A TO-247 MOSFET to supply that 3,300 watt motor with the highest performance possible. Heatsink control with 16 heatsink columns that ensure fast heat dissipation to provide rides with the utmost stability. Adjustable headlights, integrated display, Hall sensorless software technology to assist with the prevention of cutouts. A no joking around kickstand which doubles as a mudguard. A 3,300 watt intelligent and powerful hollow motor with a maximum 40-degree angle of attack, 7,500 watt peak power, top speed of 70 kilometers per hour or 43 miles per hour. And finally, the biggest promise of all, 126 volts. Now, all of that sounded great on paper, and the suspense was at its highest when this beast of innovation from Kingsong was announced. We were even given an insider view into the world of design at Kingsong, with engineers toiling away designing the next best thing. Gosh, even the CEO came out and shared some words, further giving us some assurance that Kingsong would be able to indeed deliver. So, with all that said, how did it go?
You gotta engage it. Live right now with the S18, I said S18, S20 event. We live, bunch of riders out here, man. We here testing out the Kingsong S20. Try to engage it, bro.
Is it engaged? Is that back switch?
Yeah, it's pretty cold out here. Oh wow, yeah, the battery looked like it's drained out, man. I'm looking at it.
No, Mickey, I'm not riding no more. I had my ride earlier.
It looks like it's drained out, man.
What happened?
Yo, the button's not even working.
Yo, the button's not working.
The button's
Guys,
not
this is
working.
why I buy Gatway, okay?
Damn, man.
I'm holding the button.
So it explodes.
It's not durable. Like what about it? It's like,
I heard as far as the suspension goes,
yeah.
it does a pretty good job against bumps.
Okay.
Going to 40 miles per hour and all that.
Damn, look at that shit. Shit's shiny, bro.
No na wysokość są... No praktycznie, no na parę centymetrów, na piątkę.
Yeah. Your biggest set of stairs.
So you're saying there's no pictures of these two side by side?
No, we couldn't find them anywhere.
There we go. From here, there doesn't look too much of a difference, but
Yeah, it doesn't look that much different.
no.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on this?
I'm so enamored with this thing, man. It's my favorite wheel now. I think it's fair to say that it's not.
What was that?
What size is it at?
So you say again?
What PSI is the tire at?
35.
Okay, yeah. We pumped it to 41, which is what it says, and then that made it just fucking fall over.
Yeah, I think I like it a little bit softer, and the rim seems quite robust. So
It does. I like the way it looks.
yeah, it's a lot thicker than other rims.
That was sweet. That was like exactly what I want out of the S18. Sorry. But,
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels the tire definitely feels strange when you corner when you get onto the edge here.
Yeah.
I almost dropped it on a tight turn. Like
Oh yeah,
feels like it's gonna fall into a turn.
yeah. Once you embrace it, you realize it won't actually. But I know what you mean. It's like, have you ever ridden the TR1 tire that people put on the S18?
I haven't. No, my S18 still has the standard.
It does something very similar, but you learn to love it. It's weird.
Sweet.
Yeah.
S40. S40. Oh god. It's pretty. It's pretty heavy.
I'd love.
Okay.
Okay, what were you saying about the S20?
So I love the power. I'm not a fan of the pads because they're just really hard and not properly placed. I hope that, if I move them around, they'll end up working out well. But overall, I'm really impressed with the mechanical qualities of the wheel.
Right on.
So, and I can't wait to get mine in a couple weeks. So
Sweet. Who'd you order this from?
I ordered mine from Ewheels.
Right on. What were you saying?
Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that you have a lot of power there, but then the torquiness of it is kind of lacking.
Okay.
So, but other than that, I know that this wheel is awesome. It's an awesome street and hybrid, with dirt and street.
Yeah.
as
What do
well.
you compare to? What do you ride?
I ride the Monster Pro.
Monster Pro.
Yeah.
You say Monster. This has more torque than the Monster Pro, though. I assume you would agree
Well,
with
this
it.
one, because I have a different motor in it, but it's very
Oh, you got
similar.
the torque Monster Pro?
Well, kind of.
Kind
I
of?
guess it's
Okay.
a new motor. It's got
Yeah.
more torque than speed.
Ah, cool. Right
so
on.
It's about the same.
About the same. Good to know. Thank you. You tried the wheel after the pads were adjusted.
I love the wheel. Now I realize the whole problem with the stability was the pads, the problems with the comfort was the pads. So having it set up like on the second wheel, everything's great. Cannot wait to get my wheel in 2 weeks.
I was thinking it was bigger, but I'm glad it was a bit smaller. Like, how am I gonna get on it?
Yeah, it's a lot smaller in person. Eh? It looks way
Yeah.
bigger in the photos.
When I ride it, it just feels a bit heavy. That's the only thing, but everything else is okay. The turning.
Yeah.
Okay, so these pedals are made by the Merlin Fish of Orange County, Chris Chaplin. So this works for me for the off-roading stuff,
Cool.
and you can drop from however high, and other things break before the pedals.
Right on.
This is.
They look clean.
You can choose.
Cool.
Oh my God! You did all. I just did a little roundabout thingy, hit the ramp on my RS Torque and this wheel. This is the S20. The difference is profound. It feels like everything should be a lot easier on this wheel just because there's no edges on anything. It's like you hit the ramp and it's soft. You land and it's soft. It felt like the ramp was not as tall on this, and maybe it wasn't. Maybe the suspension took some of the height out. I don't know, but I felt as cool doing it both ways.
Yeah, tell me what you liked about it, and if there's anything you didn't like about it.
Oh yeah. So I'm a V12 rider, and that one's very light. But this one is like, it's kind of the same thing, but it's just like way less anxiety that you would have because the rim is like really strong. You got the suspension, and it's a little top heavy, but you just get used to it. I feel like I can get used to it no problem.
That's nothing.
All right. Oh! Zen, you wanted your rain test. We are riding through it. Holy! This is crazy.
Hey, we just actually 65 tested.
Oh yeah, this thing is fully tested now. Like, let's see if it survives. Going up this way?
Sadly, moment of truth.
Oh, do I turn them on?
Turning them on after.
126 volts electrocution.
Yep.
After the rain ride. Oh yeah, yeah. Up. Hey.
Light work, easy work.
So far, so good.
Hey, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Up.
Hey.
Okay, we'll take it. Now, and it feels good. It feels obviously a little bit wider than the S18 because that's the only other wheel I've rode. I own the S18, and yeah, it's obviously like a little bit wide, and you feel it on the
the top of your calves to touch. What I would change about it, maybe the top pad, maybe like a bit more cushioning with the cushion, like so you can sort of like just sink your leg into it a little bit, so it protects it a little bit more, and obviously have more of the cushion further in, so like so you can engage against the lip of the cushion for the pad.
It's just a nice wheel. It's pretty sturdy, pretty solid.
It is good.
But I've ridden it only for a couple of minutes, and it is a very impressive wheel. So I can see a lot of these things being sold.
Had it go on the S20 today, and it's really cool. It's really good. I would recommend it. And you know, if you want to be the coolest guy in the pack, then the S20 is for you. Okay.
Hi, I'm John from Liverpool. I ride a Sherman, MSX, Monster, and what's the other wheel? EXN. Just been on the Kingsong S20. Lovely wheel, lovely ride. Great for going downstairs. Really enjoyed it. I can't really think of any more improvements they could do in it. It's good as it is at the moment.
Okay, hey guys, it's Marcus from Liverpool. I was just testing the S20 from Kingston. There's a bunch of guys behind me as well testing. They carry on. I have to say I'm a big fan of the Kingston, and there's a big step forward with this particular model. The suspension works very well. Definitely can feel the hollow motor. You can feel the power of the hollow motor. Definitely for everyday cruising, it's a beautiful wheel. I don't know about the off-road riding yet. In the future, I will have a test a little bit more about this.
It's crazy. It's actually not bad. It's not the best, you know, performance wheel I've experienced, but for what I was expecting, it's good. It's not that bad. It's just that initial, you know, acceleration. Once you get it moving, then the torque is there, and it sings to you. You know, it's singing. It's good. So
there you go.
Definitely, this is wider than the Heroes. It's actually shorter than the Hero, a little bit. Or that's just how much.
Okay, well the custom seat on the Hero is slightly higher.
It's slightly higher.
Yeah, but it looks like the same height.
I think this. I mean, the Hero looks like it's got. I'm not sure how level this ground is, but it looks like the Hero has got slightly higher pedals.
It's slanted at the moment.
It's slanted.
Yeah, slanted. Yeah.
Okay. That's
so if I go this side, you go side by side now.
Like this.
Yeah, that's it. Side by side. That's it. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's better.
That's better. Okay.
So that's the level now, side by side level. So the pedal hanger has been lower on the Kingsong S20.
Yeah, it's lower.
And it seems to be the same height as the Hero now.
Yeah.
So the perfect same height.
So obviously, if you increase this to the highest one.
Now, if you look carefully on the tire, okay, for carving, this one you can carve. This one you cannot carve. Okay, it's so flat. So it's a multi-cross tire. It's flat surface.
Yeah.
So as I said before, if you go into the corner, well, when you do a turn, it's got to be a big circle, not a small circle.
Yeah. What did you think? How was the ride?
It's very different. Very, very different. Top heavy. My first go was a little wobbly, but then I got used to it.
Yeah.
So I like it. I mean, how could you not like it?
It's beautiful. Look at this contraption.
I really don't mind that it's red. I don't mind. I know everybody else is complaining.
Oh, I mind. I definitely. I definitely mind.
I can get red braids. It's okay. I can make my hair red or something.
This is Kane. Kane's riding weight is 221.5 pounds. This is Douglas. His riding weight is 174 pounds. And this is a Kingsong S20 range test.
Hey everybody, Kane and I out here checking out the S20s and seeing what they can do for range. I'm a 175 pound rider, and with gear on, he weighs about 220. We just want to see how far the wheels can go under real world conditions. It's actually a pretty nice day out today. We weren't expecting this. There's not too much wind. It's pretty bright out, so hopefully these would be best conditions. See how far we can get.
The riders attempted to maintain a speed of 25 miles an hour. The highest elevation gain was 472 feet, with a total elevation gain of 4,000 feet over the course of the entire test. These are the riders' final thoughts.
Hey guys, this is Douglas from Rev Rirde. I'm riding with Kane today. We're just finished up our long distance ride. Kane, what specs did you get?
I got about 59 miles, about 220 rider. I got pushed back about 94, 90 volts. So 59 miles with a 220 pound rider is pretty good. It's not bad. I'm very impressed.
Me and myself, I'm about a 175 pound rider. I got about 65 miles, and there's nothing really bad I have to say about this wheel so far. It's really cushy on bumps and nice and smooth. So this has been the long distance test for the Kingsong S20 at Rev Rirde, and thanks for riding with us.
Yeah, thanks for riding with us, guys.
Now, I have two main questions. What about that TO-247 MOSFET, which was supposed to supply the 3,300 watt motor with the highest performance possible? How did that turn out?
The music stopped, and I wanted to show you a bit of the performance of this wheel off-road, and yeah, not the best. The wheel just starts bouncing up and down when it's facing this way, and it just doesn't have enough torque to go up a hill, which I went up on a V11 and on a Extreme Bull Commander when it was snowing. It just seems to me that there is not enough torque on this wheel. It just tilts forward and it doesn't want to go. Now maybe it's a problem also with a bit of a loose sand. Climbing performance was just really not what I was expecting. And while the wheel can do it on like hard surfaces, here on a bit of loose sand or loose soil, it just bounces up and down and then it gets overpowered. Well, that was really not something that I was expecting.
And what about that 2,220 watt-hour battery with the smart BMS and the tagline which said, travel further? Well, further than what?
So my total mileage, without further ado, was 29.34 miles until that extreme tilt back. Worth noting that on the app it did say 26%, but of course when you get on it and push forward, it's then 20% essentially. So
how do we make sense of all of this? I mean, Kingsong is a smart company. Did they mess up? My guess is all of this will only make sense if we compare the KS20 to only other Kingsong wheels. By far, this is the best, fastest, innovative wheel from the company ever. And so if we only keep the comparisons in-house, the marketing, promotion, hype, all of that starts to make perfect sense. It seems Kingsong would have us think inside the box in order to perhaps hide the obvious truth that they cannot in any way compete with the likes of Gotway, Sherman, or Extreme Bull. I mean, nowhere in their marketing did they say this is better than any other competitor wheel in the market today. So with that frame of mind, I guess it's fair to say we expected a little too much from Kingsong outside of Kingsong, a company known for developing extremely safe wheels. And usually it's pretty hard to mix safety and performance, especially when you compare the KS20 to wheels from the GOAT. Well, fortunately we have Leaperkim with their Sherman and the Extreme Bull to help diversify that market for us riders who want a lot more out of our machines. And honestly, that's a good thing. What Kingsong have managed to accomplish instead is solidifying their role as the most innovative and daring EUC manufacturer to date. Here are some highlights in case you forgot. First to adopt adaptive headlights. First to adopt suspension in a beautifully designed industrial package. First to adopt bi-directional riding, so that no matter what direction you ride in, it won't matter because both headlight and brake light will simply adapt to your direction. There's more, but I wanted to highlight these ones. And now, the first true off-roading progressive suspension, EUC, something until now we thought would only be relegated to mountain bikes. So after all is said and done, who is this wheel for? Well, you will end up making that decision at some point on your own. But if you ask me, it's for short distance riders who want nothing to do with terrible city roads. If you like off-roading, this looks like the wheel for you. Maybe the weight might take some time to get used to, but it has everything they promised where suspension is concerned. But to be fair, it was heavily promoted as the ultimate off-roading suspension EUC. And by that standard, it's safe to conclude, so far, the KS20 appears to deliver. Please share your thoughts below, guys. Is this still the wheel for you or not? Happy riding.